Okay, we're back. And we're going to do Tomb 3. Chances are good, even if the video is a bit short, I might only do Tomb 3 in this video. If only because, well, I just want to kind of compartmentalize it like that, but we'll see. So we're going to go into Necromutation. Wait, no, we're going to not be in Necromutation because I need to prep a little bit first. Okay. Let's drink haste. We're standing on the downstairs, right? Yep. Okay, we'll drink haste. We'll drink might. We'll drink agility. I think that'll be sufficient. Okay. And then we will turn on, actually no, we'll quaff Brilliance as well. Turn on Necromutation. Equip the other stuff, which we should have done to begin with, since Brilliance is max whiz anyway. Alright. Now we're pretty much kitted out to do some real damage. Alright. Let's go down. First thing we're going to do is magic map. Now we're going to go south. I'm going to immolate. And I'm going to try to cloud this stuff. Oh yeah, it's fire. We like that. Now I'm going to... Wait, hold on. Just how much can these Ushtabis do to me? Is that not how it's spelled? Ushabti. $3d14, that's not bad. That's only 45 damage. Unfortunately, they are resistant to fire, so killing them is a bit of a pain. Why don't we just go ahead and put a feel there. As far as this goes, we're going to take some enormous damage from this dude. So what I'd really like to do is I'd like to pog this way. Whoa, did I miscast? Oh no, the Binu entered. Alright, that's okay. Let's just use our lightning rod to at least jumpstart this explosion. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna pog again now. I'm going to haunt this dude. I want to be on the staircase. Now I'm going to use Infestation, which is, by the way, really good in here. Yeah. On these guys. Whoa! Okay, we gotta leave. Yeah, we gotta leave. We could die here if we don't. What a shame. End the transformation so we aren't getting owned by this Benu. Yeah, that didn't go quite as well as I wanted it to. Let's use spiders. Let's use more spiders. Let's use more spiders. Let's let my spiders deal with this problem for me. He explodes. Oh well, could have gotten Zotted there. Haunt him. Alright, easy enough, but got a real problem now. Oh man. Well, do another brilliance, do another agility. I don't want to use my last haste. So let's necromutate. Most of the stuff should be heading this way, so I should have a relatively clear shot over here. Oh, I don't. But that's okay, we're in Lich form. Okay, this is fine. I'm going to immolate. Then I'm going to end up here. Now I'm going to haunt this thing. I think. Let's think about this. Now let's cloud. Oh, that's good. Alright, now let's infest all these dudes. Oh yeah. Oh, that's good stuff. Alright, I'm gonna make a forest. And this is gonna be a really, really nice engage here. This is pretty good. This is better than it looks, I promise. I'd like a way to get my mana back. And by the way, we found OCPA a minute ago. And now I just really want to swap to Chei. It seems odd to do 2 god swaps in one game. But I promise you, it's a good idea when you find OCPA. Okay, no more infest for a little while. But we've got enough little scarabs with us that it's going to be fine. Looks like we've got Khufu here. Ooh. Why don't we stay on the staircase? For safety's sake. Let the scarabs do some work for us, I'm fine with that. I see no revenants, I don't see any... Really, there's no source of damage here except for the Binu. Why don't we recloud all this stuff? Oh, it's fire, that's good. And the trees are still doing good work for us. My Dryad dies. Oh man, we can't cloud. That's... We got owned. Okay, we'll use spiders. Wait, does Khufu die? Yeah, Khufu dies from the fire. So that's good. I'm trying to use these spiders so that this guy gets netted. Binu's caught in the web. There we go. Plus it just creates a little more stuff in the way. We managed to avoid getting slowed so far. That's pretty sweet. I would like it to stay that way. Probably could have used Song of Slaying here. We'll use the feel here. Get a little damage on him. I'm going to go ahead and get another clouds here. Now I feel confident enough to swing, I think. And he's gone. Cool. We're in Lich form, we don't care about Ghostly Fire, we're still not slowed, so I'm going to swing. Oh man, this is awesome. This is a really good engage. My only complaint is that I'm in Lich form, so I can't drink magic and get a little more firepower. But even so, we are doing good work. Doing good work here. Now we can take quite a lot of damage, unfortunately, from those Ushtabis, so let's finish off that one. Okay, we got one, so the max they can do to me now is 90 in one turn. And even that's rather difficult with my dudes in the way. Okay, I'm thinking it's Box of Beasts time. He's resistant to fire, so he should do some work for us here, even if he is covered in flames. I could turn off Lich Form here, but now I don't want to because, well, we've got a Greater Mummy here. Now that Revenant, I think his Dispel Undead is stronger. Yes, it is. He can do 90 damage by himself. And we're slow now. Oh yeah, we gotta leave. We're gone. That was dangerous anyway, because I think was there a Zot Trap nearby? No, I guess not. Still. Being slowed. Okay, not half bad. Not half bad. Alright, let's pop on Brilliance again. Like so. Yeah, we'll turn on Lich Form. Actually, wait. Turn off Lich Form. Messed up again. Rest a little bit. Drink Agility. We still have Brilliance, no problem. Oh, took away my Brilliance. That's okay. Go down. Wow, that is more than I was expecting. Oh my god. That is a little bit brutal what that just did to me. Well, let's pog out. I'm so gonna get slowed here. Pog. Pog to the exit. Somehow I'm not slowed. I couldn't really tell you how. I'm gonna risk a miscast here. And we get the miscast. Thankfully we don't get punished for it. Let's just finish off these dudes at least. Tree form, or tree summon forest is doing some real work for us, so that's a plus. Okay, this dude can do 90, so I'm gonna be very careful, but he's the only thing on the field that can really hurt me, so. Okay, Nekazek is rotting me, no big deal. I still have, how many potions are carrying? 12, that's pretty enormous. Okay, Ushtabi is dispelling me. I can do 45. Nice. Got some really good kills there. Oh, nice. Didn't think we were gonna get, I didn't think we were gonna get another Petrify so quickly, or Paralyze. I don't really want to duke it out here. This is a little dangerous. But we're doing so well. What was that? Oh, this Ushtabi. Let's take a step. We're gonna actually pog. What? Oh, I'm getting smited. And let's leave. Let's reset. This is fine. We're doing so well, we might as well. There's no reason not to reset. We've cleared out most of the problems. Okay, now we're actually going to be smart. We're going to go down in Brilliance and Lich form. I'm not going to use another Agility because I don't think I need it. Plus, we're running low on those, but we're not really close to running low on Brilliance just yet. We have a couple more of those. Okay, I got one for you. Let's infest these guys and turn them into ones that are on my side. Really useful stuff. Infestation is going to be huge because it can slow. Oh boy, now this OCPA. Oh man, am I tempted. I am just really, really tempted. I'd probably drop Faith, and I'd probably wear that armor, that amulet rather, the one that Star Rage, the Trog one, Bloodlust. That would give me another 6. That would give me another 6 slaying, but it would take away 3 intelligence, which doesn't really matter because I'll be worshipping Chei if I go in this direction. Again, it seems a little strange, I'm sure, for me to be going this far. So as to like worship 3 gods in one game, but really Usk was just kind of a mistake. But man, Orange Crystal Plate is so tempting. That Arc Magi on a crystal plate, but really no character can use it except for a Chei guy. On the other hand, we've got, so shockingly, we have Haunt at 54% in this thing. Like, that's very surprising. I don't even need to look at that helmet. Oh wow, Elemental Staff. That's an interesting swap for resistances, but not something we're actually going to use. Yeah, we'll infest. We're fine without Lich form now. Wow, that was mostly just gold. Really surprising. Whoops. That's still 52% when I have no wizardry. Let's Brilliance real quick because we have dudes coming on us. We'll just finish them off, no problem. Let's finish out this floor so I can safely deal with this crap. Oh boy. That's an Ancient Lich. Let's haunt him. He has haste. That's scary. He could Crystal Spear me a couple times in a row. Never a good thing. Why don't we just... Bolt of Lightning, okay. Well, we have our leg, but he does insane damage with that nevertheless. Whoops, I didn't want to put Staff of Wizardry on. Should we fight him? I would love to Yara's him, but we don't have the mana for it. Let's fight him. Yeah, he's anti-magic. He's dead. Slowed. Oh no, we got the mutation. That's fine, we'll fix that here in a second. It's kind of funny how totally useless Greater Mummies are if you have good defenses and are immune to Torment. They just can't really do anything to you. And another Lich. We're gonna use Haunt a couple of times for... Whoa. Okay, let's teleport away from this. This is pretty nasty. Try to re-engage him in a minute once that's gone. Now that we're in Lich form, we'll haunt the crap out of him. He's gonna have a hard time causing us trouble if he's slow. Of course, he's got the... he's got Force Lance for damage. It's not too much of a problem. And he had the demon, but in Lich form can't be tormented, so not a big deal. Alright, that's Tomb 3. That took me like 22 minutes, so I don't feel bad about keeping that to the only thing in this video. I wanted this to be kind of a fast one anyway. You know, I don't care if this is running, I'm going to keep my Arlak boots on. Now, let's think about this. Do I want to brave Uskawa Wrath? See, he can paralyze you, I think. Which is pretty disgusting at this point in the game. As neat as it would be to walk around with OCPA on, I'm just not so sure. I really wish that I wasn't playing in Trunk, because I would just fight it off in Zot. That would be no big deal. Oh, man. But we're going to have Infestation totally online soon. That's pretty cool. Anyway, at least we can say we have 5 runes now. And we have the Ziggurat figurine, which will let us survive things we shouldn't be able to survive. So, triumphantly, we head up to the dungeon. Now I just gotta decide where we're gonna go next. Honestly, even though I usually do the Hells first, I think I'm gonna do Pan. Or maybe I'm just gonna hang out in the Abyss and work off the... Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna actually... Yeah. So I'm gonna swap to Chei. Seems silly, but I'm really going to do it. Yep, I'm going to do it. Yeah, sure. We're going to wear the crystal plate armor once we get to higher ranks. And we're also gonna swap off our amulet when we do that. And we'll eat some piety penalty, but that's fine. Yeah, I'm gonna do the thing that everybody says you shouldn't do, and I'm essentially going to Scum Abyss for a while, just to get some experience, just to get this piety, just to get my piety off as well. Or the piety, the wrath is what I'm trying to say. Now, as for what I'm going to do about resistances, oh man. Let's see if we can cast, can we cast Necromutation at all with this thing? 69%. So, not really. But that'll end soon. With three wizardries, and yeah, with 3 wizardries and Chei abilities, we will be casting things pretty soon in GDA. So for now, we're going to walk around in the Acid Dragon armor. Things should be fine in here. Oh, we're going to drop haste. It's fine. No big deal. And we have 27 invo, so once we get some piety going, it's no big deal. Now check it out. Chei will slow down the madness of this place, so it's really excellent to scum in here if you really want to. I know I said I was only going to do Tomb 3. I'm not going to be in here. I'm not going to do this for much longer, so I'm literally going to be on Tomb 1, or not Tomb 1, Abyss 1 for a little while now, just to get experience. So if that kind of thing is boring to you, feel free to swap off now to the next video. I'll probably do it a little bit longer in the next video as well. Alright, I have mutations. Let's mutate off some of this stuff. I want armor fits poorly to go away. Hey, there we go. I don't really want antennae either. Nice, okay. We need to remember that we're slow. We walk slowly. Which is fine. We can generally wait for things to come to us, and it's no big deal. I like fighting fast things, increases my piety even faster. Like this guy. Now, Chei is going to make it a little more difficult to fight things like Hellions. We're going to have a little bit of a hard time killing Hellions. I have plans for that. No controlled link, unfortunately, just yet. So intelligence is going up. It's pretty cool stuff. Our dodging is also going to increase our EV like crazy soon because our dex is going to go to sky-high levels. Oh hey. Usk makes a big noise. Yeah, with the power of Chei slowing this place down, level 1 is really no big deal at all. This is the perfect place to work off the Usk anger. And it's also kind of the only place that we can safely get experience right now while suffering from this, while suffering from the wrath of Uskawa. Let's, you know, I really need lesser beckoning. That would be really handy right now, since I don't have controlled blank. I'm gonna let him walk to me and just stab him to death. Well, not stab, but you know what I mean. Okay, this Deva, let's not walk around too much next to him, because he can smite us. Okay, we got him. +5 ring of protection. That would have been nice to find way earlier. So yeah, with faith we are increasing our piety really, really quickly. Faith is actually a really good amulet to have on Chei. Lets you spam his abilities a little bit harder. But we don't really need it at this point. And hey, you know, while I'm doing this, I might find some cool things like these potions of magic. So, there are lots of reasons to be in here. I don't want to get mutated, that's why I'm using my water elementals. Oh yeah. Executioner is worth a lot of piety, I imagine. Cool. You notice our EV is already rocketing up, even though we're only at half piety. We've already gained like 2 or 3 points of EV. I think we started at 18. Oops. Chei was supposed to protect me from this. It's the Berserkitis. Yeah, he just takes away the haste component. Gives you still have might and HP. So it's like a much crappier version of Berserk. Half the good, I mean really most of what's good about Berserk is the fact that you're hasted. Alright, we're definitely not taking any steps next to this dude. Why don't we just haunt him? Yeah, we'll haunt him a bunch. And if he wants to acid me, well, I have acid dragon armor on, so he'll probably die to haunt before... Yeah, he's hasted. If we took a step, he'd probably, based on the current speed, I would assume that he could probably get 4 shots on me while hasted. It's not good. So the thing about playing with Chei at any level, but especially in the early game, which is one of the reasons I don't recommend playing Chei in the early game. But the cool thing, what I'm saying is the cool thing about him, and the thing you need to be careful of is, well, the whole gimmick is that you're slow, right? So you just don't want to take steps when anything remotely dangerous is nearby. And that's it. That's the whole thing. Just don't move. You can wait, you can attack. It's anything but moving. And there are a number of tricks you can use to make it so you don't have to move as much. Lesser beckoning comes highly recommended when you're worshipping Chei, because then you can just pull things to you. But yeah, be extra careful of Hellfire when you're worshipping Chei, or Torment if you don't have it. If you don't have Torment immunity, because when a monster is getting like 3-4 moves on you for every one you make, well, that's really bad. That could be 3-4 Hellfires, and not a lot of characters can survive too many Hellfires, you know. Even your most powerful character is going to die to 10 Hellfires. Like, I think a Berserk to Dragon form is something like 600, 700 hit points, depending on certain things. Berserk Dragon form, Orc, or not Orc, but Ogre, I meant to say. Or Troll. Ah! I tried to Lich form to stop myself from getting mutated, and it got me anyway. Okay, that's fine. I really gotta stop going through these mutation potions like candy. I'd walk around with Necromutation up at all times, but I'm just not quite there yet. Soon. So yeah, the goal here is to get to max piety. Then we're going to leave. We're going to equip OCPA and the cursed amulet, which removing faith will take our piety back down. We'll go back in here and we'll get our piety back to max, and then we'll proceed with the game. And this type of thing sometimes is, I don't want to say necessary, but it improves your chances of surviving. If you want to do extended on a character that's not totally ready for it, well, this is how you can make that happen. Nice place to put up some trees. Okay, these guys are pretty bad to walk around near, but there was only like 1 or 2, so not a big deal. almost to max piety. So we now have 43 strength and 26 intelligence. Although the more I think about it, the more I wonder if I even want to wear the OCPA. I mean, the OCPA is encumbrance rating 23. The gold dragon armor is encumbrance rating 23 as well. So, yeah. I could have sworn that crystal plate armor was higher than gold dragon, but I guess it's the same. Anyway, okay, so encumbrance, they're matched, but I don't have RC plus, RF plus without swapping, unless I'm wearing the GDA. And I just wonder, is it worth it? Of course, with the clarity, I have to remember that I can, with the clarity, I can get, I can have another +6 slaying, which is pretty cool. But with the amount of damage that you take from energy, especially when you're slow, I don't think that's the way to go. I think that we need to have the resistance, honestly. So probably GDA, but we'll think about swapping. At some point, if we happen to find more resistance. We probably won't at this point in the game, but all the major treasure piles are gone. Yeah, see, like right here. Like, if you have no fire resistance, and you're worshipping Chei, and you walk around some hell hogs, you'll actually die. If you take too many steps. I mean, even a non-Chei character can do that. Which is why a single point of resistance is hugely important, in my opinion. Come on, max level. I'm not so sure how it works with, like, if I have faith and I want to get to max piety, and I'm at 0 piety to begin with, I wonder if it's faster for me to just not wear faith, or if it's faster for me to oh hey, Scarf of Resistance. Okay, that changes things. We'll just wear the CPA. Nice. Take a couple less points of resistance for of AC for that. That's awesome. That changes everything. Very cool. But yeah, I wonder if it's more advantageous to, like, mathematically speaking, to go from 0 to max with faith, and then, assuming you want to take off the faith, do that. Or if it makes more sense to... Why don't we bail real quick? Okay, so we're at max piety now. 11% Necromutation. Let's try on the crystal plate and see what it's at. 34%, not bad. Okay. We are officially wearing orange crystal plate armor. It's a pretty good feeling. Now it's gonna take a dip because I am doing this thing. This, where is it? Depths? No? Bloodlust. There it is. Yeah, so I do wonder if this is faster, what I'm doing here, because you'll see I take off faith and yeah, I lose 2 pips. Still only 65. We're gonna gather a little more piety here. Remember, we're still hated by Uskawa. So, no reason not to continue messing around in here. But that's another +6 slaying, which is awesome. Also another MR++, which we don't need. It's honestly insane, the kind of... Like, we've got 5, 10, 16 slaying right now. I take back everything I ever said about complaining about items on this character. I mean, this is a really well kitted out character. It's just... all the items in the world are not going to make you have a pleasant 15 rune game if the RNG is kind of a jerk to you about what spawns and you don't have the tools to deal with certain problems. Items do not solve the torment problem, for instance. They can help with it. You can get RN+++, and that's certainly beneficial versus having no RN or having limited RN. But it doesn't solve the problem. Can you do 15 runes extended without statue form, without Necromutation, without Soul ability or Kiku or something other than RN+++ to block Torment? Yes, you can. You can use things like Darkness to reduce loss. You can use things like Silence against Guardian Mummies and whatnot. Although it doesn't generally work as well on demons, depending on which demon you're talking about. Like if I look at Brimstone Fiend, it's affected by anti-magic but not silence. And you can use kill holes, depending on which branch you're in. Or you could just use really powerful magic to kill things before it even gets to you. Like if you're like a deep elf with Firestorm online, then okay, fine, you probably don't even care about torment resistance in most branches. Because you're just killing everything really, really, really quickly. And that's fine. But you're going to have an issue in Tomb. You don't want to eat those death curses. The biggest thing is melee. Like, this character started out as pure melee, with invocations. And that's good. It's really, really, really good if you're worshipping Beog. It works for almost the whole game. Almost. Let's keep that paralysis on for now. I don't need this book. But yeah, I mean, the reality is that if you're just a melee character, and all you have is RN+++, you're not going to have a fun extend. It's not going to be fun for you. The extended challenges with regards to Torment, you're just going to get... I don't know. I don't think it's possible to have a smooth 15 rune game relying primarily on melee. Okay, no, there are a couple ways. You could worship Mokleb, which is kind of cheating in my opinion, because on the thought experiment, I mean, because with Mokleb, it's effectively a torment resistance. In reality, it doesn't have anything to do with torment. You just gain hit points when you kill things. But you're killing things so often and so quickly that with Mokleb, provided you're playing the character right, you're going to care about torment a little less, because by the time you take that 35% damage, assuming you have RN+++, you've just killed a bunch of demon spawns or whatever in Pan, and now your hit points are maxed again. So I count I count Mokleb as another version of torment resistance, just because he heals you up. But yeah, barring that, I think it's a necessity to have a smooth game. It's not a necessity to win 15 runes. It's just a necessity if you don't want to tear your hair out. And really, like, why... If you want to do 15 runes, why make the game harder unless you're trying for, like, a challenge run on purpose, which I respect. But if you're not doing that, why make it harder for yourself, you know? Why do that? It's not like it's a tall order either. Like, you don't have to use Necromutation. Necromutation is really its overkill. It's the ultimate in torment, in dealing with torment, but like, So is totally sufficient, Kiku is totally sufficient, Makleb is totally sufficient. All these gods, are there any others that help with that? Not really. Dithmenos, sort of, if you're just ninjing. Dithmenos really, his best power is shadow form, and once you... And plus it also lets you kill things quickly with, if you're a ranged character, and you use the shadow mimic thing that automatically happens. So Dithmenos, I would count him among the gods that makes 15 runes doable in a non-annoying way. Zen is pretty good, since you can kind of recite at most of the things that are causing you that kind of grief. And if things go particularly badly, you can just plop a silver prison around the thing. So there's a lot of options. Rue for Apocalypse to deal with it. So, you know, there's stuff you can do to solve the problem that doesn't involve Necromutation or stat form. In fact, as you've seen, Necromutation sort of can create other problems in the form of Dispel Undead. The reason I chose to do it on this character is, I mean, it was a mistake, honestly. If I wanted to optimally bring this character into Extended in the least scummy, most optimal, quickest, least annoying way, I would have just worshipped So. Or Zen, probably. Or one of those other gods that I mentioned. So what I'm doing here, I'm kind of hammering on it because I want it to be clear that this is not necessary. I did not have to go this route. I did, but I didn't have to. We want to train some stealth before too long. Stealth is hugely important on Chei because his main escape ability essentially makes everything else wander away from you, but only it only really works well if you have high stealth because they won't necessarily wander away. It makes time pass is what it does. Almost back to full piety. Necromutation at 38%. I guess we'll start enchanting up my Shield of Reflection. It's starting to look like I'll never find a large shield that I want. And really, we're so hungry for experience right now, I don't think I'd want to train it anyway. Okay, so I'm going to kill this guy, and I'm actually going to... We're back up to full piety, so I'm going to cut the video here. And next time we'll actually continue a little bit in here to end this, to end the wrath from this guy. And after that, we should have a much smoother Extended. This will go down pretty quickly as I train. In fact, we'll turn on spellcasting as well. That'll help. So, until next time, I am signing off.